Bodyguard back again for another post, y'all. I am back for another episode of Dallas Spotlight here in studio. Now, this is probably the first time that you guys have ever seen me do this in studio, because normally I'm on a green screen on a red carpet, right? But I decided I'm not getting to talk to enough people, and I want to step outside my normal comfort zone, right? Of course, you guys probably hear me on the various shows that I shoot, but here I am coming to you live from the producer's bay, right? And I am joined by one of Dallas's most prolific stars, all right? You've seen this guy from TV commercials all the way to feature films. Some of this stuff is in the highest of places, right? You can find this guy Amazon Prime. You can find this guy Netflix. You can find this guy all over Tubi, right? But one thing you're not going to find him in is some bullshit, all right? This guy has the range that I have longed to create for myself. This guy got me practicing in the mirror every day, right? He's great father. He's in the gym every day. He's actually living what he preaches out here, all right? I am joined by none other than the better man, Tyrone Betters.
What's going on? What's going on, man? I love that introduction. That was on point, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta, we don't get the opportunity to tell people how we feel about them until we get a chance to, right?
Absolutely,
and
man.
sometimes it just takes for us to be sitting right in front of each other to make that happen.
You're absolutely right, man.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Betters.
Yes.
How you been doing, man? Let's start off with
Dog, I've been good. I am not gonna lie. The first quarter has been a whirlwind. So many good things have happened. I'm just excited to share. Thank you for having me on the platform. But yeah, man, everything has been just moving and grooving, and a lot of work has been going on. You know what I'm saying? I actually was at work, left early so I could come make sure to do this, and now I got to be on set in a few. So, we just staying consistent and just keep showing up. That's the biggest thing, is stay consistent, keep showing up for yourself, put the work in, and I mean, these are the moments we prayed for.
Right. And see, I would have to say that the best thing about you that I know to be true, just being, because I consider you a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Not only do you show up for yourself, but you have consistently showed up for others.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's probably one of the most important things when you talk about a man's character, right? And I would be willing to come online and co-sign for your character as being spectacular.
Man, I appreciate it. I always, when I first got into this thing, like, it was very tough. I didn't really have a lot of direction. Shout out to my mentor, Willie Johnson. He definitely helped a lot. And a few others, but like, I didn't, when it was time to like just ask for help, nobody really wanted to help. It was a lot of gatekeeping, and I found out a lot of stuff on my own, but I always knew that if I'm in a position to where I'm doing pretty well for myself when it comes to like my career and just being in a place that I'm supposed to be, then it's my duty and it's really my calling to be a lending hand to others. When I try to give information, there's sometimes on Facebook I used to go off the wall sometimes, but it stems from passion. I'm very passionate about this craft. This is not a hustle for me. Like, right. I'm not in it just to make some money and go. Like, I really am I developed through the craft, through the art of it. I fell in love with the process of the art. And along the way, money came, or money is still coming, you know what I mean? But I think the biggest thing is being a man of value, being a man of character, and pouring into others. What's so crazy, right now I'm in a season of where I'm like pouring into other actors. So I sponsored a couple of spots for like different acting coaches. Shout out to Greater Than Cinema out in Atlanta. My girl Leslie, we did a spot for her workshop. Shout out to my girl Destiny Washington of Tape Studios. I Got Tape. We was able to sponsor two people, me and shout out to Kurjan, my one of my guys and the director of a film that I'm in called 3%. So we sponsored two people to have an hour session with her, and I have another one that's already in launch. I'm not gonna release it until he releases it, but we're doing a 2-hour consultation with him, and I'm actually finna pay that soon. So I've always just understood when I'm in a position to help others, that's what I'm supposed to do. And it's all working out beautifully. My career is actually growing at a rapid pace in this first quarter, and we're only going to get better.
Right. Like I say, we've seen you from the commercials all the way to social media.
Yes.
You all over the place right now.
Absolutely.
You know, and you deserve it. Because like I say,
I appreciate that.
Ever since I first met you, when you came in and sat down to shoot for Close Pick, your demeanor was just genuine and cool off the rip. Like,
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
I told my girl when you left, I said, that's one of the smoothest niggas I ever seen in my life. That nigga that just smooth, just for no reason. Just he ain't even trying. But we look up, you know what I'm saying, and we see you on screen, and you've been able to capture that level of smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even though, you know, when we look up on this last film that that's getting ready to drop, I don't know when it's dropping. Right? I just know I'm invested. And
exactly, man. Shout out to Kurjan, one of Q and Coda Films. Man, that guy right there, that is a brother through and through. Last year was a tough year for me. It was just a lot of life things starting to happen, a lot of just attacks from all angles, you know what I mean? So I was kind of down for a little bit, and then I just started I actually walked away from this project. The project I'm talking about is 3%. I walked away from the project at first because I just had to get things in order. So I figured they had recasted somebody, moved on, and started filming on it. But after 2 months, I got back into the flow of auditioning, and then Kurjan reached out, and he was just like, hey, bro, we're not recasting. You're the guy. So just let us know when you're ready, and we'll go from there. And, you know, a lot of times, productions don't do that. Listen, productions do not do that. They will recast and they'll go get it on because time is money and so on and so forth. But, you know, he felt led and directed by God to be like, no, Tyrone's the guy. We're going to wait for him. And that added so much confidence in me to understand that once my name is on this and I do this, I got to do this at a level that I've never done anything before. I was vested. Shout out to True, my dog out in Sacramento. This is who the story is about. And we poured in, man. I asked a lot of questions. I was able to build up the character just by asking a few different questions, understanding his story, what he went through. And 3%, man, this is my best performance to date. I'm excited about this. We dropped the teaser. Shout out to Black Script, my people at Black Script. They was able to release the information for what's coming, and you know, everything just kind of just fell in place. You know what I'm saying? So with that going on, shout out to GK. GK's filming this. My boy GK Films, and to the cast and crew, everybody, my girl Dominique, Dion, we got Leandre, we got New Pierre. He actually was on a couple of seasons of Snowfall. So
he actually just jumped into the chat. Hey man, what's
going on, brother?
Good.
That's my dog right there. He doing his thing too. We got my boy Daytwan. Daytwan the face right now. Daytwan is on fire, you know, and then of course everybody else that's a part of this project, man. It's just, you know, it really took a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice to even get this thing done for real. So we're pretty much doing some pickup shots, but we're almost done with everything. So I'm just fully excited, invested in that. So 3% is on the way, and I can't wait for y'all to see it.
Right, because the performance that you were able to deliver just in that short trailer, like, bro, like, what? First, like, anybody else want to know, what is this nigga eating in the morning when he wake up? Right? Like, it's for me, I know what I eat, right? Oxygen and supplements, okay? That's it. But when this dude, when he gets up, I'm like, the first thing we see it's gym video after gym video after gym video. I'm talking about my man and that bad boy eating the weights. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I say, hey, it's two brothers out there right now that inspired me to jumping back into the gym as hard as I was. Like, I'm on tour days right now. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all probably see my face starting to thin out again. I'm starting, you know what I'm saying? I got a few questions. Are you getting ready to jump back into the ring or what? What is this? Yes, I am getting ready to jump back into the ring. But it's two brothers out there that inspired me. The first one was Tyrone. Like, when I seen him getting back into the gym, and he was like, we had a conversation a little while ago, right? My boy Jamal was there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Randall. What's going on, baby?
That's when we was talking about making no excuses.
Nah,
right?
Man.
And then B Pride also pulled up that night too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Pride. Yeah.
Right. But we was all talking about where we were currently and what we had going on, and we were just like, hey, fuck the excuses. It's out the window. We ain't doing it no more. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, excuses are the tool the incompetent use to build monuments of nothingness, and those that utilize excuses instead of achieve anything but excuses. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different things that, take it to. But to answer your question, what I usually do a bag of oatmeal, and then I do like 7. I actually been around 5 egg whites and 1 yolk. No, 2 yolks. 5 egg whites, 2 yolks. So two with yolk. And I usually eat that every morning. That's, I just try to kind of make that a routine. I have been slacking just a little bit, but I am fit. So I'm always in the gym as much as possible. I've been trying to catch up because I've been filming a lot. I've been, ramping and running on some different things, but we're going to find time to make it to that gym. We don't make excuses, you know what I'm saying? We just get stuff done as we can get it done, so I'm excited. And what's so crazy, we just dropped, when it dropped? March 1st, we dropped Love and Larceny. Shout out to my guy Trey Chaney. Shout out to my dude Jordan Marcel of Southeast Cinema. Man, this project has been amazing. It's a short form series. It's streaming on Tubi. We just hit most popular. We just hit featured and recommended. You know what I mean? Within really in a 24-hour span. And so now we're going into another week of just running these numbers up, man. They actually was able to show it in DC. So they're from DC, so they was able to go on the news and talk about it and everything. Shout out to Keisha Day. We got my boy Trey, and then we got my other dog King Judah. A lot of different talent. We got my boy Trey. He from Detroit. Keisha Day, she from San Antonio, and then Judah, I know he's from New York, but he's based in Atlanta. And we got a whole bunch of other people that's on that cast, man. That was a lovely cast. I'm glad we was able to get out to Atlanta and film that. We filmed that in 2024, and it took some time so we could get it on the air. But once it's out, man, people been loving it, man.
Yeah, man. Because when I seen Love and Larceny, I was like, okay, this is that stuff right here. Like, it's some heat. You know what I'm saying? Let them know exactly where they can find this. Cause, you know what I'm saying? So this ain't one of those.
Yeah. Again, Love and Larceny is on Tubi. You know what I'm saying? You just go on Tubi, type in Love and Larceny, you'll be able to find it. I have the privilege of playing Detective Connor. He pretty much is brought in by Trey Chaney's character, the Lieutenant. He was Lieutenant Hill. Sorry. But he called me in so that we could figure out who's doing all these diamond heists within the city and stuff. So we're trying to get to the bottom of that. And yeah, man, it's a really fun project, and a lot of Letitia, that's her name. I'm sorry, she's in it as well. So it was a very fun project, and I think everybody's gonna love it. Season 2 coming soon. Once I get the word, I'll be right back out in Atlanta so we can film that and just keep going, man.
Already. I hate to stop you, but I gotta. What's up with it, Mr. TMI Tate? I gotta shout my people out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you don't recognize the people who stop through to talk to you and kick it with you, you know what I'm saying? Like my big brother Tori, you know what I'm saying? He just popped in too. But everybody who stops in, I really appreciate y'all stopping through. You know what I'm saying? And I want that to be known.
That's how I gotta go.
Right. I never been one to hide who I'm rocking with, you know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, I ain't hiding if I don't rock with you.
Absolutely. We just don't acknowledge that. We don't really, I'm in a space now where, you know what I'm saying, like we got to start drawing lines, you know what I mean? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with drawing lines. I'm okay with sticking with who want to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? If you rocking with me, I mean, that's the best decision that you could ever make. I'm sorry, but we moving. And it's not just moving in places, motion that's impacting. And I'm excited because, I mean, it's, let me think. I just had a degree. One of my degree spots just dropped.
Right.
And then
we was going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
We'll get to that.
We're gonna get to that.
I'll wait off.
Right now, we talking movies.
Okay.
We on Love and Larceny.
Yep. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. We'll table that to the next.
Yeah, we'll table that to the next.
But if anything else, I have other projects that's on Tubi. Just look up Tyrone Betters. You'll be able to find those and go from there. So a couple of that I could definitely recommend. Go check out No Better Love. Shout out to my people at Megamind. Just go check out Perk 30. Shout out to my dog Elmore Vision. And yeah, I think those gonna be the ones that I'll highly recommend. Go check out.
Right, because we just seen you play everything from Smooth Cool Homeboy to Love Interest to Cops to just pretty much everything, right? Yeah. And then we jump over to your commercial side of work, right?
Yes.
And we look up and we start to see, okay, not only can this guy pull off the gangster, right? I mean, you don't look like you can't pull off a gangster. You know what I'm saying? You don't look like you can't pull off an educated man. I mean, you're very well spoken. You know, you show your pedigree at a different level from a lot of the people. And that's why I'm really proud to know you. It's not easy to be able to mention, you know what I'm saying, your name. Oh man, my boy Brandon Medlock just jumped in. Hey,
what up, B?
Hey, be naked.
Hey, now he in the gym. Be naked is in the gym.
He's the other one.
Hey, we chopped it up for a little second. I hope he do a show because he leaned out and he could lean out a little bit more and go hop in a show, win that mug for real. I'm telling you.
Hey, but he's the other one. Be Naked is the other person that I see on my timeline all day.
He like that. He on a different frequency, and it's so I love when I'm able to see other talent that start to get it and understand what they really want to do. And so then you start tapping into a whole different frequency. And then once you in that frequency, it's kind of hard to maneuver in an aspect that you used to. You know what I'm saying? So when you start changing your mind, you start changing your diet, you start changing your workout routines, you start creating new routines and habits for yourself, it's kind of hard to go back. I've been alcohol free for a year and a half. And in that, I learned so much about myself. I learned that I don't need that to, you know, enjoy myself and all those other things. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I wouldn't drink again. I'm just saying at this point in time, it's not anything that I'm, you know, attached to.
Right.
You know
it's like I always say, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I got some shit to do. Like
Facts.
it's not that I don't want to do it, right? But it's the discipline inside of me that stops me from doing it and keeps me focused.
That's it.
Right. I think that focus and discipline, those are two key core values that should exist in every man.
It's quintessential to success, man.
I tell my girl every day, I say, you owe it to yourself. And this comes from Socrates, right? This is old philosophical talk, right? But you owe it to yourself to see yourself at the physical peak of your human capability.
Absolutely.
Like you owe it to yourself to see, just get in the gym and see what it look like, right?
Facts.
Because you know, it's a lot of people, they peak early.
Absolutely.
You know, they'll peak in high school or they
Facts.
peak in college or whatever. But if you peaked in college, right, we talking 18, 19, 20, 21 college years, right? Mm-hmm. If that was your peak, what were you doing from 21 all the way to 35?
Absolutely. You know, and I've fluctuated over time. I've been the smallest I've ever been. I've been the fittest I've ever been. That was probably 2020, 2021. That's definitely the fittest I've ever been because I was competing at that time. And I knew for a fact that if I could just get semi there, or just stay consistent, like where I could still see my abs and see all those everything else, I knew everything else would fall in place. I know what to do. It's just about having that discipline to get it done. I pretty much know how to control my own eating habits. I know how to eat 4 times a day. I know how to eat 2 times a day. So there's different ways that you could just do different things, you know what I'm saying? But still, you know, remain healthy. I have a trainer, my dog Chris. He's always on me. He's like, hey, you better be working out, you better be getting on your stuff, and it just goes from there. You know what I'm saying? It all works together for your good, but you got to allow it to. Right.
And see, man, it's just, you touched on so much stuff. It's like, it's one thing to know how to do it. It's a whole total different thing to do it.
And I'm not saying that I'm just perfect. You know what I mean? I'm just saying you just gotta stay consistent.
How many people do you run into on a daily basis that tell you how to do what you do better? That's not in a position that you in.
A lot. And the best thing to do is like, okay, I appreciate that. So usually I'll just do that, but sometimes it's just like,
already be naked. Salute to
yes,
you
sir.
too, Kimpo.
But see, the crazy thing is, I'm not saying that you can't learn anything from anybody else, but what I am saying is, it's hard to take advice from somebody that has not only not done what you're trying to do, but it's not gone to where you're trying to go. It's very hard to take advice from somebody that hasn't achieved certain things. You know what I mean? Because you're not speaking from an aspect of doing.
Right.
Like, I'm a doer. Right. So when people reach out to me and they ask me, hey, how did you do this, I can give you step by step what to do. Now, if you do it, if you don't do it, then cool. You know what I'm saying? That's your prerogative. But if you do listen, I can 9 times out of 10 tell you you're going to get to where you're trying to go because I did it. And I very seldom give advice on anything that I have not achieved myself.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's the comment section is out there.
Yeah. It is.
They're going to tell you how they can do a much better job than
That's cool. And you know what we do? Man, I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for looking in. Hey, man, I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's all you gotta do. I ain't gonna be in. You ain't gonna see me in the comments arguing with everybody, unless I just like the debate. Sometimes it's just about the conversation. But when it comes to my art or when it comes to what I do, I don't argue about that stuff because I'm gonna do it anyway.
Right.
So it's like, because if you could do it, you would do it.
Right. Oh my God. And see, that is my saying.
That's it. If you could do it, you would do it. People, and even on top of that, it's a former person I used to work with and stuff, call himself saying, if it wasn't for me, Tyrone wouldn't be where he is. But I'm like, shit, he not here now and I'm still thriving. So it's like, at some point we gotta fact check the people that are spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? Or spitting facts. I'm gonna just quote take that.
You say you made Hove. Well, okay.
Make another Hove. How you gonna make? How you made me, you couldn't even make yourself. You know what I mean? And I say that the most humblest way that I can. You know what I'm saying? So it just, it's so many things that I laugh at now that used to bother me, and it doesn't anymore. It doesn't. I started understanding that, people move how they move, and when they show you how they are, you believe them and you change and you defer, or you fall back, or you do all different things. And when I started doing that, I really stopped stressing over things. Right. Because at the end of the day, I don't have no control over anybody else. I have control over my emotions and how I respond to things. And so once I started controlling those things, everything else kind of just felt. Now, I'm not saying that I don't get mad or I'm this and the third. I have people to vent to for that. But, we always check that. We always check that as much as possible.
And see, like, it's brothers like you know what I'm saying, that let me know I'm on the right path.
Absolutely.
Because, I hate to say it, but it's so few of us out there that value these core principles.
Yeah.
Bro, people will have you out here thinking you alone.
Absolutely.
Like it's something wrong with you. Yeah. Like, he won't bend and conform to
absolutely. But see, that's why sometimes people be having a problem with me in the city. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because there's a standard. Right. And the standard has been established. Right. And you can do your own thing, and that's fine. But when you're trying to mix that in with what the standard is, I'm always stand on the standard. Because I can show my resume. I can show the proof in the pudding. I've worked on SAG projects. I am Sag-Aftra now. And I've worked on the indie circuit. I've done over 40 commercials as a principal talent. Yeah, not background, principal talent. And... I'm just consistently learning. I'm open to learning. I'm open to remaining a student. And that's where the success came from. You got to think. I started modeling back in fall 2008. I was 18 years old. 4 years later, I got into acting. That was 2012.
Man, 2008.
It's 2026, bro. And I'm still here. But I'm still here because I've been a student the whole time. And I'm still learning. There's still new things along the horizon. There's still things that are learning and develop. At that time, social media was there, but it wasn't popping how it is now. But I had to learn through those different transitions of the industry. And I'm still here. Right. And that's the difference. Right. But you stay where you are because you are like water, as they say, be like water. You can transfer, you can change, you can adapt. The ones that couldn't adapt, they're no longer here, or they're no longer active. You know what I mean? So that's where the passion comes from. That's where the heart comes from. Sometimes that's where my pride comes from, my ego comes from. All of that comes from doing the work and seeing things change over years.
Right. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Yeah, because I've seen some people that started before me that have fell off, and I just didn't say anything. But you're right, that diligence to push through.
If you cannot change, if you cannot adapt, if you cannot transform, bro, you are dead weight. You are dead weight, and it will not be the way that you want it to be. I'm telling you, these aren't. I'm not speaking out of turn. I'm telling you facts, because these are things that have been proven. We've seen it time and time again. We have many examples at high profile levels of this industry.
Right. So I know you to be a very morally strong man.
Absolutely.
Right. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you navigate this? Because we all know when it comes to this industry,
absolutely,
they're going to ask you to do some things that you ain't really particularly willing to do.
Absolutely. Your standard is your standard. And you have to make your standard early. You have to do it right in. I've turned down auditions because the character, I knew I couldn't bring that character to life. It didn't sit well with me. And you don't ever want to tell your agent that you can't do it, but you have to stand on your standard, and you do that from the get-go. Because at the end of the day, when you do it from the get-go, it's not a surprise. If you're a yes person that say yes to everything, then people are going to expect you to continuously do that. And I'm not a yes person. I'm a no, not right now. I'll leave a project if I feel like I'm not fit for it, if I feel like it's going in another direction. Because at the end of the day, you have control of your career, right? Even if you have an agent, and I love my agents, but I am the CEO of my career. We work together as a team. They do their job to the maximum capacity. I do my job when it comes to booking podcasts and interviews like yourself. Doing all the little work, because the little work adds up, and then it prepares you for the big things, right? Not saying this isn't big, but what I am saying that when you're prepared for the moment, when the moment comes, you know what to do, because you've been preparing the whole time. And there was no such thing as a too small a platform. There is no such thing as that, because if they have one person, that's one more person that you can impact and that you can talk to. So I think it's very important to have a moral high ground when it comes to things, because then you'll just be out here doing anything, and I'm not for sale. I'm just not for sale. And so once I knew that standard, I understood that, you know what, I'm going to maneuver in like that, and I'm going to hold myself to a higher caliber, because I know the legacy I'm trying to leave. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than acting for me. It's who am I impacting and who am I bringing with you? I said this in a post before, and I mean this. If your vision only benefits you, your vision is not big enough.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Agreed.
It's not big enough, because how are you impacting others? I know for a fact that I've helped over 10 people get signed to an agent. I know for a fact that I've poured into other people that helped them start becoming working actors. At the end of the day, I didn't say that to get like a pat on the back. That's my job. That's my duty. And I knew that once I understood what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm going to move in that manner, because God calls us to do things in a bigger way. Right? If your vision only benefits you, if you're an I person consistently, you might have some success, but it's not going to be as big as it can be.
Right.
And so that's why I know how to move, and I maneuver in the way that I do. Shout out to the brand, Dope as F. Man, we've been connected for some years now, and every interview I make sure I wear their shirt. Oh, I wear a part of, if I wear a hat, if I wear a shirt. Branding. Right? Because if I rock with you and we locked in, I rock with you everywhere. Not just sometimes, all the time. And I stand on it. I wear the outfits. I wear the designs. I wear the watches. I wear the suits. All from different brands that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very big on that. I'm big on loyalty. I'm big on these different things, because at the end of the day, We see teams become successful due to loyalty. We seen it might be one person that's the front person, but there's other people eating at the same time due to loyalty, teamwork, everybody playing their position. I've been the back man. I've been the person that had to hold the door. I've been the person that had to hold the bag. I've been the person that had to go be in the background. Done that. But that's what allows me to understand how to maneuver the way that I maneuver. I had to do social media posts for artists at one point in time, and it allowed me to know what to do for myself. Like, I've been in these different positions, so now that I'm in the front, it's easy to be a servant leader. And what I mean by servant leader is, yes, you're the head. I am the number one on the call sheet, but if I don't bring the energy to serve you or bring the best out of you, then we're not going to get the best out of each other. Right. So it's all about how can I be of service to you to help the whole. I've always been on it.
And I'm gonna stop you right there for a second, because I got to say this, right? So ladies and gentlemen, see, that right there is what we call king talk. Okay. There are quite a few men out here who call themselves kings, right? But don't know the first thing about being a king. Okay. All right. One of the number one things that you will find out when you are placed in positions of high power is the fact that when it comes down to the results, you're going to get all of the credit and all of the downfall, right? You also will be the first person expected to make a sacrifice if things look like they're not going to work out, right? And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, okay? Only the strongest of men are willing to make sacrifices like that so that other people can eat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to jump into, I want to talk to you a little bit about 3%.
Okay. Let's do it.
So I know you mentioned, I know you can't give away too much, right? But I play a lot of video games, right? And I favor, the Metal Gear series.
Absolutely.
Right?
I got you.
Right. So when I seen that eye patch, you know what I'm saying? I'm immediately thinking Big Boss, right?
I got you.
And I'm like, the demeanor, the way that you did your thing, even the voice, you know what I'm saying? The lower register. I don't think I've ever heard you use that tone like that.
Never. Not for real. I tapped in, bro, like I really did. But, true story is, of course, he was a victim of the streets. He's been in the streets and everything. Oh, he was in the streets. I'm sorry. And, at a point in time, you know what I mean, an incident happened where he got shot in the eye. Yeah. And, he survived. So the story comes from him. The doctor said he had a 3% chance of living, and he lived to tell his tale. And so, this is one of Kurjan's great, friends from when he was living in Sacramento, because he's from Sacramento, and coming up, and one of his little brothers, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just, it's all full circle. It is really a God move to make this movie. You know what I'm saying? And you could just feel it in everybody that's a part. And when you talk about sacrifice, bro, I had to sacrifice a lot, especially when we was in Sacramento. I won't go into far detail, but I understood the bigger purpose and the bigger vision. And sometimes it's not going to feel good. A lot of times it's not going to feel good. It's long shoot days. It's all these different things. I'm ready to leave sometimes, but you can't express that in the moment, because as the leader, you have to hold the fort down. You have to hold the fort down. Like you say, it requires sacrifice, and then it's bold sacrifice, meaning you can't wince or wave or cry aloud. You have to stay firm.
Right. It don't matter if it's a Mack truck
because
coming
at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It literally falls on you, because you are the face of the brand. Yes, you have the production, the crew, and all this different third, but when your name is number one on it, it's, hey, that's Tyrone's movie. Hey, did y'all go see Tyrone's movie? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I understood what came with that, and I was prepared to be there. You know what I mean? And so it allowed me to just tap into a whole nother register, and bring such a dynamic thing. And he, the whole time we filming, he on set watching, smiling the whole time, and he would pull me to the side. He said, "Bro, I don't know, like the way that you just performed that, it took me back to this moment," and so on and so forth. So we really gelled and meshed, and it was just really a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that are affiliated in the area, you know what I mean, and y'all know what I mean by that. That really was having cloth talk, real life conversations about stuff, and I learned so much in being out there and really being on the soil. Like it was a phenomenal time.
Yeah, yeah. And I, like I say, I could feel the emotion coming out those frames.
Yeah.
I have to kick a huge shout out to Kursian. Like
Yeah,
he's another one that's on my list that I really can't wait to
He gets it, bro. He gets it. You got to think.
Right.
He's a producer of a podcast. Shout out to him. Shout out to Jay Barnett.
Yeah, Jay Barnett.
I'm sorry, Dr. Jay Barnett.
Yeah.
Five New Pod. What's going on, baby? They were nominated for NAACP.
Right.
Award, bro.
I that was actually the first time that I met Kursian.
Yeah.
When I went to help out Nick Simmons, who's dope, by the way.
Shout out Nick.
Shout out Nick.
Well. That's my girl.
But I got the chance to go out there and work on that. I think it was like the very first 2 episodes.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But he had I know he had what's my man name from it's the relationship deal where it's like it's faith based. It's a faith based.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I forget
can't think
what
of his
the
name. I
name
think
of it is.
He got his own podcast. I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, it's I forget what the name of it is.
It's okay.
But,
We
yeah.
got to.
But anyway, but yeah, I got the chance to go out there and work with him, and the way that he ran that set, it was like it's I've been on quite a few sets now, doing my thing. I remember when I told you I wanted to break into the space.
Yeah,
right.
You did. I remember.
And I've been on quite a few sets now, but I can say that if I had to pick 3 people to work with consistently, right? And these 2 come as a team, right? And I'm excluding everybody on the Bodyguardtv team because they are going to be working with me anyway. When I come, they come, because what I do is it's too big for me to do it by myself.
Absolutely.
Right. So Jeff X and Mel.
Okay.
Those 2, I absolutely love working with those guys.
For sure.
Right?
I think I worked with them one time.
That's of course Jeff X Visuals and Red Door Cinema.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. So I love working with those guys.
Shout out to them.
They call me, I'm on the way. It don't matter. Right.
Absolutely.
I would like to work with, and I've seen these 2 working together, and we, I'm gonna do this in pairs, right? But Nick Simmons and Sophia. I love working with Sophia. I just love working with Sophia.
Shout out to Sophia. Right? Shout out to Nick. Nick, my girl.
Right. And I think they got Coda Ken that they're working on right now.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right. And I guess I have to say my last 2 would be Q and Coda.
Oh,
right. Yeah. And that's no knock to the James Doohans.
Absolutely.
That's no knock to the
shout out to James Doohan.
Right.
That's my dude.
There's no knock to the Rock Whites of the game. There's no knock to any of
Rock
these guys.
Code.
Right.
So I know they working on some stuff, and then they Christmas movie was off the chain. Rock White and his team, they always going crazy. I definitely love that what they got going on as well. And there's a few others in the city, you know what I'm saying? But those 3 definitely some solid 3. And then of course, everybody else that do their thing.
Right. So, I definitely want to jump in the game and get in there, because quiet as it's kept for me in terms of quality and organization.
Yeah.
They got it.
Oh, for sure.
They got it.
I mean,
they stuff be.
The proof is in the pudding.
It's in the pudding.
So I don't really gotta say too much. You see it.
Right. So that's my 6 people that I enjoyed working with, that I can't wait to work with again.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's dope.
Right. Okay. So now we're gonna jump over into another side of things. Right.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah. And we are sitting at 40 minutes. Right.
All right. Cool.
Normally
we got another 20.
Right. Normally that type of stuff don't happen on podcasts, but it's very rarely where you got the producer sitting on a podcast.
Absolutely. But hey, man, there ain't nothing wrong with it. There ain't nothing wrong with it at all, man. Utilize all your tools, man. Right now is the time to do that. I've actually, I tried to take a screenwriting course. I did a little okay, but the shout out to Dr. Lewis. we gonna lock in on something else. But yeah, man, it's about pouring into all your gifts. You know what I'm saying? So let's transition. What we doing?
All right, so we transitioning over into your mini sides, right? Because we done seen you in multiple facets of the movie screen, right?
Yeah.
But now let's jump over to the TV side.
Absolutely.
Things, right? A little birdie told me that you might be in the works on a series type situation. Is this true, or is your name just in a hat for a series?
My name usually is in a hat for when it comes to stuff. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting on a lot of those different things. As far as series wise, of course, we got Love and Larceny, like I spoke about before. That's out now, streaming. And my girl, we actually filming right now. I'm actually gonna be on set right after we get done for this for I Want It All. Shout out to my girl Most Leachman. Shout out to the cast and crew. I ain't gonna speak too much on that, but we definitely finna get some things done. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, you know what I mean? I try to keep a lot of things to the hip, especially until we get done, until we wrap. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited for that, and it's a few other things that's in the works as well. So I usually keep it to the hip until it's time to announce it.
Okay, baby just chimed in. She said it's called Dear Future Wifey. Thank you.
It is Dear Future
Thank you,
Wifey.
baby.
That is the podcast.
But yeah. So not only are you smashing the movie screen,
Yeah.
but you also getting ready to step over into the series game.
Yeah.
Long-term commitments,
sure.
right?
Absolutely.
But one thing that's undeniable is the fact that every time I turn on my phone, I see your face in an advertisement.
Commercial king, baby.
The commercial king. You can't miss this nigga, man. You can't miss him.
That shit, man. You know what's so crazy? I think
we seen you for Dave and Buster's.
Yup. That was last year. Shout out to Dave and Buster's.
Was that Bojangles?
Not Bojangles. No, not Bojangles.
What was that? No, it wasn't Bojangles. It was we've seen you for Degree.
Yep, that just dropped.
What was that, an insurance commercial or something? Or what was that?
Oh, United Healthcare.
Yeah,
United Healthcare. So, that was a couple years ago.
I said, when I looked up and seen this dude selling insurance, I was like, oh. I was like,
that was crazy.
By golly, he's made it.
United Healthcare. Man, there's been so many commercials. Thankful for all the productions that I've been able to work on. We got Reliant Energy that's gonna be dropping by the end of this month, going into April. Shout out to Sag-Aftra. Those are Sag commercials. So yeah, man, you know, I knew right away that the commercial market was going to be something that I do, especially when I was younger. So when I was younger, I was more youthful on a lot of the commercials. Now I'm a little bit older. They have me play dads and all those different things on it. So the Degree commercial that just dropped.
We take a look at you. We take a look at your social media.
Absolutely.
We can see what's important to you.
Oh yeah,
right?
my daughter, that's everything. We're gonna get to her too before we dip. But yeah, man, Degree just dropped with Chet Holmgren and the GOAT, Candace Parker. They was dope too. Candace Parker every bit of 6'4" too. She tall. But we had that, and then what's funny, the same week that I filmed that, I was filming Reliant Energy, and we did some of the stills and social media stuff, but we ended up getting upgraded for TV. So yeah, like I'm excited for all of the stuff that we are consistently doing, man. And we, of course, we still get auditions when it comes to doing those things, but I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I had to be on the commercial side. I love it. We're in a commercial market. Hey, if you are a rep talent in the city, stop declining commercial auditions. It's the fastest way to get in front of the casting directors that are getting the breakdowns for a lot of the series stuff. And what happens is, it's like a relationship. If you consistently cancel on all these commercial auditions, they're not going to bring you in for the theatrical stuff that you want to do. So it's a give and take, especially if you are Texas based. Texas itself is a commercial hub. We number 3. You got LA, you got New York, you got Texas. When it comes to commercials, that's what we do. Everything is headquartered here. So you have to be willing to do those jobs so that it can open up opportunities for you to do other things. Shout out to Beth Sepko. She's one of the top, one of the lead casting directors for a lot of Taylor Sheridan stuff that he does out here. You know what I'm saying? But get in front of these casting directors. The easiest way to get in front of these casting directors is doing those commercials.
Right. Yeah.
Well, commercial auditions.
Right. Because I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying? After we linked up, you know, you came in and did quite a few self tapes with me.
Oh yeah,
right. And
we did a lot of self tapes. We got some good. We got some good stuff. We've auditioned for Sisters. We auditioned for We auditioned for Dominoes at one time. I got a call back on that. That was last year. We've auditioned for a lot of stuff. We auditioned for a lot of Lawman, Bass Reeves. We auditioned for Ken or Brothers that they shot out in Austin. We auditioned for a lot of good stuff, man.
Right. And, you know, I've always said, you know what I'm saying, one of our brothers, B. Fry, jumped in the chat. Got to kick a shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Who? Oh,
B.
Pride. What up, Pride?
Yeah,
Pride,
he jumped
my dog.
in.
What's
you know
going on,
what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Ken, folks.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I will say that I'm always here for you.
Yes, sir.
If ever there's anything that I can do to help you out, even if it's, I don't care what it is, even if you want me to pull something out of your behind, you feel like you're getting stagnant and you need something, let me know.
And I'm glad you say that, because we really going to start getting into, we want to start doing some short form stuff for ourselves. It's me and a bunch of actors and actresses that I've been around consistently these past few months, that we just creating our own stuff, bro. So we're gonna probably just be shooting some shorts and just creating scenarios and stuff. So I'm definitely we gonna be working. We definitely gonna be
Let
working.
me and baby know. We'll pull up, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can push her in front of the camera a few times.
Nah, we gonna do it. Shoot, y'all pushed me in front of the camera when y'all was writing. We came up
right.
with stuff. We had Eaters. Eaters did really good. And then the other one, what was the Office one? I can't remember.
The Prom Cosign.
There you go, the Prom Cosign. And those were very fun. And it just allowed me to get out of my shell a little bit. I might end up reposting them soon. I'm gonna repost them so people can watch those.
Right.
So you know, we always just consistently work. I'm about to work, bro. I'm about to craft. Don't get me wrong. You know, I do enjoy making money within it, but I love what I do. I love being an actor. I love creating these characters, and it's all about telling these stories from a place of understanding, right? It's not about agreeing. You're never gonna the worst thing that you could do is judge your character, because at the end of the day, in those moments, you have to bring them out to life, and their story deserves to be told the correct way, not just something to do. I don't really just put my name on something to do. You know, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it excellent. You know what I mean? So that's where we at with it.
Right,
sure.
right. And you know, not to give away too much, right? As to the importance of family to you.
Oh yeah.
Right. I feel like when you start to let people know too much of what's important to you, you give them a place to start when they trying to hurt you.
I hear that.
Right. So
I hear that. But we covered by the blood. I ain't even gonna hold you, brother. I'm covered by the blood,
right.
man. I ain't even gonna, you know what I mean? People gonna feel how they feel about stuff, but I'm staying firm in what I'm doing. So all I say is look at the fruits, look at the outcomes. If you line them up and it's this and this, then it's gonna show you and show true, you know what I'm saying? And the love even what you talking about family, the love I have for my daughter, man, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Shout out to my daughter, Parker Marie Betters, her mom. She's such a blessing in my life as well, you know, because this whole thing is just been, you know what I mean, a whirlwind. But that's the greatest thing that ever happened to me, was becoming a father, because it just turned my hustle up, it turned my awareness up. And you know, last year I fell on a little bit of, you know, like turbulence and stuff, but you know, the greatest things that could have ever happened to me is my daughter and her mother, for sure.
Right, definitely snap some stuff into perspective.
Yeah.
If it's a grind in you, that grind goes tenfold if you worth your weight in,
absolutely,
you know, as a man.
Absolutely.
I would have to
I really couldn't do a lot of this stuff without them.
I would have to say that fatherhood, what it did for me was it gave my eye of discernment,
there you go,
a super huge jump start.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah,
so
I don't really have too many people around my daughter. You know, family. Right, that's pretty much it.
And I think it's I don't know if it's having a girl forces your eye to change, because it's certain dangers that I can see that actually made me really, really, really good at my job. Right. But I'm practicing this because I know I got 3 little ones that I might need to say.
That awareness is everything, man. I got to just make sure, because she paying attention to everything. She 4, and she just, You know what I mean? She smart. She very smart. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to make sure that you just consistently moving in a way of honor. I'm big on honor. I'm big on moving with character. Code. You gotta have a code about yourself. You can't just be out here all willy nilly just moving how you want to.
Got to.
Like if you don't have a code or a frame of reference or something, you know what I'm saying? Of course, God centered, heart posture, all of those things, all of these things that I'm naming right now is all about discipline. Excellence, and that doesn't negate failure happens. We not perfect. You know what I mean. There's always things that's gonna come around, but what you consistently do is what you are. Right. And
I had a conversation. I had a conversation with a friend of mine on the very first episode like this that I shot.
Absolutely.
Right, and we were talking about when does failure actually occur. Mm-hmm. Right, and of course, anybody who's ventured over to my YouTube page to take a chance and look at it, you know that I believe that failure only occurs when you quit.
True.
That's it.
Real deal.
Like, it doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter how many fights you lose. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter the way that you lost. It doesn't matter what you lose. Like, none of that stuff matters because we can gain it all and give it away in a heartbeat.
And I'm learning that now. You know what I mean? What I started realizing is the more I became a servant or having a servant's heart or became more of giving, you know, having my hands out to give instead of receive, the more blessings that has been bestowed upon me. And that's a real deal, Holyfield. You know, so in that, you know what I mean, becoming the best father that I can be, you know, becoming the best friend that I can be, brother. It's still areas of my life that I'm growing and getting better at. But I think the biggest thing, and I owe a lot of that to my parents, to my dad, and the sacrifices he made, to my stepmom, well, she my mama, to her, to my mother, to my aunt, you know, my grandparents. I've always had that foundation around me, and just understanding there were times I butt heads or this and thing, but as an adult, they were always right. They were always right, and those were hard lessons that I ended up learning, and it was a lot of things that I had to, you know, come back from, you know what I mean? But you don't forget those things. You don't forget those lessons. You don't forget those talks. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important to like just consistently lead, especially as a father, as somebody, because you get it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Right. It's always bigger than you. You know what I mean? My career has changed so many times. I've had to pivot so many times. I wanted to be a model first, but that wasn't working. So let me get into acting. I had to pivot. I wasn't booking the stuff I wanted to book. I wasn't getting the auditions I had to do. So I had to start pouring into different places of myself. I lost concentration. And so from like 2014 all the way up to 2017, 2018, my eye was off the ball. I wasn't in a class. I'm trying to be a manager. I'm trying to be a party promoter. I'm trying to do everything else instead of pouring into my gift. And in that, I lost time, and I can't get that time back. You know what I mean? And so now I've been the most consistent I've ever been the last 8 years. I told God 2018, hey, look, if this is what you want me to do, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go full force. I've quit jobs before just because I was
walked out.
Just walked out. No notice, so I can go do my dream. But I wasn't disciplined enough to stick to my dream. I would always go do something else. But I've been the most disciplined I have, especially the last 4 years. And the proof is in the pudding. And I stand on it, and my journey is not going to be the same as somebody else's journey. And there are other people that have surpassed me, and they started earlier. But it's all about your discipline in what you're going to do. So when I preach things, or when I say things, or when I share things, I share them from experience. I can't talk about something that I've never experienced.
Right. Agreed. You know, I always say, if you want to gain something, accomplish something, feel something, see something, take a look at the people who've done it, right? If I can't see your results, then how can I say that I want what you have?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I never take advice from anybody that I can't see the results, right? I was listening
to... It's easy to tell somebody what to do, just like they talk about Bam.
Right.
Oh, it wasn't... When have you ever scored 15 points in a game, let alone 83?
Right.
Come on, man. Y'all got to relax. You got to relax. And guess what?
Got to relax.
Washington Wizards had a job to do, too. They the ones that fouled him. He didn't just go to the line by himself. So we got it's all about perspective. You know what I'm saying? When you start changing your perspective, when you start changing your mindset on things, certain things just seem silly. Certain things just seem frivolous. Certain things just seem. Now, did it look like Kobe? No, but he never played like Kobe to begin with. Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So we when it comes to that compare, contrast, and all these other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to take advice from somebody that ain't achieved a little bit of what you done, let alone been to where you trying to go. It's just very hard. I'm not saying they can't give advice. Well, what I am saying is where has it been proven to be efficient for you?
Right. And for me, I kind of take what I can use, and I just leave the rest.
Leave the rest. Now, I'm very big on that. I'm very big on that.
Just because somebody has an opinion doesn't mean I'm not listening.
Absolutely.
Right. I think that the basis for growth lies in criticism. It's just a fact of life. It's one of those things that we all have to deal with. It's something that everybody's got to go through, right? People are allowed to have their own opinions, especially here in America, which is a great country to be in, okay? So, yeah. With that said, is there anything that you would like to give the people? We're going to turn the floor over to you.
Absolutely. And I just want to leave y'all with this. And I said this before on another podcast, but it's a big thing. Your vision, your success, the things that you achieve is not just for you. You have people that are watching you. You have people that are inspired by you. You have people that are taking notes from you, supporters and haters. You have so many people that you are impacting that you do not know. So always remember, and don't get too much in your head about it, but just always remember that you are being watched and that people are inspired by you. So finish what you start. If it's this craft, if it's another craft, if you open your own business, whatever it is, always finish what you start and move in purpose. Get aligned. Get that prayer life. It's me and God all the way, like this. You know what I'm saying? All of that matters. You know what I'm saying? So get aligned and start achieving greatness. That's what it's about.
All right. And see, that's what I'm talking about. And it's crazy because a lot of the people that's close to me, I have seen and heard them all saying the same type of things around the same time. And that's what lets me know that I am on the right path.
Yes.
Just last night I heard a good friend of mine, Jeff X, say that one of the best things that he learned to do was to get in the room with people who are smarter than him at doing what he does.
Absolutely.
Right. And I think that putting yourself in a position of service, like the great brother Tyrone was saying, is being a service leader. You may be a leader in your own right. You may have the skill set that you've developed over time, but always understand that there's always something to learn, right? There's always something to gain. And most times, it ain't even for you.
Boom.
And I'm going to take that. I'm going to sit that right there. All right. This has been another episode of Dallas Spotlight in studio with none other than the Bodyguard. But one more message from Tyrone Betters.
My bad, y'all. So listen, the last thing I'm going to say is if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. If you just need advice, if you need direction in anything, just reach out to me. You can follow me on IG at Tyrone Betters. Facebook is Tyrone Betters Official. And what's that? Instagram. I said Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Tyrone Betters. And you could go to my YouTube as well, where I have clips from films that I'm in. Of course, you can follow me on all of these platforms. And also, hey, I can't wait to engage with you. Let's have fun and let's grow together.
That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, y'all. Tyrone Betters, a man of the people. And that's one that I'll co-sign. And I'm out, y'all. Catch up with y'all a little later.